Okay, hello and good morning to everyone. We welcome students from various universities in our engagement session. We would like to say thank you very much to participate in this event. Okay, now I would like to welcome Encik Airi Razali. He is an ICW member, chartered accountant by profession. He also has 10 years experience in the industry, and he used to be in the Big Four. Now he's a founder of Timba Education. His mission is to build a global professional accountancy, redefining the traditional approach of accountants. So I would like to invite him to present the new realm of digitalization in accountancy. Thank you.
All right, Assalamualaikum, and also very good morning. Thank you, Madam Faz, our chairperson. Of course, on behalf of Timba Education Group, I would like to thank the lecturers, any lecturers who are participating this session, the head of the Student Council who have made this event to be successful. And then, of course, I can see you there, Eric, right? To all, of course, we have MyPAC. Firdani is talking on our platform on behalf of MyPAC, and we have ACCA, Miss Erica Kopp from the Employer Relation Department, and of course all future professional chartered accountants who are definitely going to move forward in the industry, you know, as the future leaders who are going to build the nation and also make changes to the industry. Now, Imran, please check. The meeting only limited to 100 people. Yeah, hold on. We are rectifying this. Give us a moment. Hold on, yeah. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Okay, Eric, you can please inform your friends. I think we have already added the additional participants to participate in this session. Okay, now, so again, welcome to our session of the new realm of digitalization in accountancy. Now, as a chartered accountant by profession, I would like to share with you on the future. I wouldn't say that this is something about the future, but this is also something that we are already going through. And the concern here is, of course, you as a professional student, chartered accountants, future chartered accountants, whether are you actually prepared to face the future? Because let me share with you, the changes that we are looking at today are moving at a very rapid rate. Meaning to say, in the early year of 2000, changes that are supposed to happen within 10 years, it actually occurs within 5 years. And then as we go on, in the mid of 2000, changes that are supposed to happen in the next 50 years are already happening in 10 years. And moving forward, as Google's research, it is said that by 2030, we are going to look into at least 10,000 years of changes that are going to actually happen in the next 10 years. From 2030 onwards. So this is where here I am taking this responsibility to share with you, and of course, using this as a motto in building Timba Education Group, preparing you to look forward and also face the challenges that are going to happen in the real world. What we are trying to do here is, of course, we use this vision of redefining the professional accountancy. Because the concern here, of course, right now in universities, you are being equipped with all the necessary skills, knowledge that is currently required. But let me share with you, for example, right now, you are looking into, when you learn your FR, your financial reporting, you may be looking into the IFRS and also the conceptual framework. But however, do you know that by next year onwards, one of the major areas that are going to be used as the major reporting framework is what we call as our IR reporting, the integrated reporting, which I would like to emphasize that in the industry, a lot of investors nowadays, they actually decide to invest no longer by looking into the financial reporting framework, but rather by looking into the IR reporting, the integrated reporting framework. Number two, similarly, when we look into the auditing industry, we can see, all right, we can see the technologies that are being brought forward to assist the auditors as part of their audit procedures. Now, of course, with all this technology coming into picture, we had this question of whether are professional accountants going to be replaced by these technologies, which is definitely, it has been discussed over and over again. But my answer to you is definitely no. As long as you as an accountant, you remember on the definition of accounting. And here I am, I want to first ask you, all the students here, can you just share in the chat box, what is the definition of accounting? Who can tell me? Eric, Tilahi, Azani? Can you tell me? No, let us just make this session, a casual session, for us to discuss, for us to share knowledge. I want to ask all of you accounting students here, who can tell me from your perspective, don't make it so difficult, just from your perspective, who can tell me what is the definition of accounting? Who can tell me? What is the definition of accounting? Hafiz, Karnan, Shatish. It is the process of recording, summarizing, analyzing, and reporting the financial transaction. Okay, there's a full, complete process of accounting. All right, who else want to share? Recording financial transaction. Now, okay, now, this is where it becomes a problem to accountants. When we tend to focus, if you look into Karnan's answer, recording financial transaction, if we as an accountant, we are just going to focus on recording financial transaction, that is where, by having this mindset, right? I'm not saying that you are wrong, but I'm telling you that by having this definition of accountant, this is where eventually you're going to be replaced. Because let me correct you, all right? When it comes to accountant, a lot of students from schooling days, when you pergi Form 4, you went to Form 5, you will always be thinking of what's the debit entry, what's the credit entry. And that is the mindset that you carry forward, right, in the industry. When in actual, when it comes to accounting, what is accounting? Accounting is basically the language of business. As long as you remember that your role here is to be able to communicate whatever has happened in the company, a language of the business, you must be able to report whatever has happened in the business back to your stakeholders. Now, of course, when we are going to go through the process of reporting, it has to upheld on the principle of accountability and also your ethical code of ethics. Now, this is where you need to relate back. Our role as an accountant will never be replaced by the technology as long as, Eric, we are willing to adapt, we are willing to expand our position in the industry. And here we are, what we are trying to do here, we are trying to bring you on the added values, all right? We are trying to bring you on the added values to prepare yourself. And definitely you may have seen one of the major areas that are being developed in the world right now is what we call as the big data, right? As the big data. you can see, of course, we have our artificial intelligence, we have our big data, right? Data analytics, our IoT that are taking over the industry. But what I would like to share with you for today is for you to see on one area that is what we call as the big data, which are taking over, which are taking over some of our position in the industry, hence making our work to be much more simpler. Now, accountants need this big data, right? We have to become competent in managing data. And this is where it is important for us to reskill our knowledge towards this big data literacy to lead in the digital economy. So, for example, I want to show you here, if you look into this example company of Domino's, do you know back then, in the year 2013, Domino's was the fastest moving stock. Of course, right now, with all this presence of technology company, especially Tesla that you can see today, if you ask me, I don't think Tesla is actually a company who is just limited doing EV vehicle. If you ask me, I see Tesla as a company who is actually pioneering on artificial intelligence. And that is actually what gives the added value to the company. So coming back here, when you look into Domino's, the share price of Domino's have actually tripled the return of Amazon. What makes them to be able to be the fastest growth stock in 2013? They have controlled the market share of pizza delivery market by more than 50%, beating Pizza Hut. And by the time in the year 2021, their share price has increased to $510. As of yesterday, I have checked their share price. It was at around $520, all right? Now, why and how are they able to do this? Basically, data analytics. What happened here is that Domino's management had realized that the data analytics are one of the most important area that they would need to emphasize in their business. They have built a strong internal IT function where 50% of their 800 employees in the HQ are actually focusing on software and also analytics. If you look into Domino's, you can see how they have developed their mobile app. At the forefront, of course, we as a consumer, we would see that, okay, we have this mobile app. It is just a matter of, improving the experience of the user in ordering pizzas. But later that we know that whatever reaction, whatever decision that we make on that particular app are actually being capitalized by Domino's in order for them to centralize and also improve their efficiency, connecting the customer's behavior, customers ordering from their production line up until to the franchise. And how are these all being made available? Basically because of capitalizing of data. And from here, we can see that Domino's did not just improve on their delivery method. They said that Domino's tried to deliver their pizzas using drone and everything. But actually, the biggest contribution towards their growth was actually on this big data. So we can see how big data actually played an important role, right? Played an important role in towards improving the industry and improving businesses. All right. So every business today is a digital business. As you can see in the top demand skills that are being required by the industry here, we are talking about big data, we are talking about cloud computing, and also the artificial intelligence. But the fastest growing skills that are being in demand right now is, of course, we look in terms of artificial intelligence and big data. This is something that I've mentioned to you just now. All right, this is something that I've mentioned to you just now. In Malaysia, we can see big data as one of the most important high demanded talent other than cloud computing, right? Other than cloud computing, which of course here we as an accountant, we would definitely have to capture on this opportunity. All right. The enablers of data analytics is that by having data analytics, we can see how Domino's have actually improved their revenue, reduce their costs, managing risks, improving their customer experience, and also improving on their business valuation. All right. And if you look here today, more and more skills that are being required by employers, all right, by employers, you can see that they keep on mentioning on the importance of financial tools. They keep on mentioning on the importance of data analysis, right, data analytics. Therefore, this is where we feel that it is something that we would need to be prepared for. All right. Now, I always say that the world is actually cruel for the weak ones. However, for those who are positive, who are brave to embrace changes, there are actually a lot of opportunities. So before I move forward to my next slide, my partner, one of our data analytics expert, his name is Woon. He has recorded a video for us. He is supposed to join us for this session, but he couldn't make it because in the last minute, he was, hi, doctor. I just saw this comment. Hi, doctor. You just joined this session, doctor. Which doctor? From which university? Thank you, doctor, for participating in this session.
Hi. Sorry. Hi, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, madam, for participating.
Students take particular attention for those information and knowledge that you're going to get today, and ask a lot of questions as usual. Ask a lot of questions. Hi. Ask a lot of questions so that you can make some good networking. Going to in order for you to survive your BACC at UM especially. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Continue. Okay, bye.
Thank you, doctor. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Okay, guys. So let me just share with you a video that has been recorded by my data analytics expert in regards to data analytics. All right. He's supposed to attend this session, but last minute yesterday was being called to fly into Dubai. All right. So let me just share with you on this session. So I hand it over. Let me just play this video. Yeah.
Hello everyone, this is Woon here, and today I would like to show you how I use a free analytic tool called Tableau to perform Diagnostic Analytics. Before we go into the demo, you're probably wondering what is Diagnostic Analytics. It is actually one of the types of data analytics that helps you to understand something that happened in the past and you want to find out why. Say for example, profit for product A has dropped. So you want to know why it happened. And this is the spirit of today's demo, which is to find out the truth, and we'll be relying on data instead of just our instinct or sixth sense. And in case you have not heard of Tableau, it is pretty similar to Power BI by Microsoft. Essentially, it is a business intelligence tool that you can use to see and understand data better, which means it visualizes data into a form of graphics that you can understand. Sometimes you may even discover things that are not known to you. In a short while, I'll show you how it helps you to do so. And right now is a self-service analytics era, and it means right now you as a business owner, as an accountant, you don't have to be tech savvy to conduct analysis. You don't even have to rely so much on IT guy anymore. And to give you a better picture, I would like to show you this comparison. But bear in mind, this is not an exhaustive comparison. I could show more, but I figure it would be better for me to show you the common pain points based on my encounters and also conversation with many accounting professions, where rows of data have remained a pink button because in reality and in most cases, if you try to process an Excel file with more than 10 MBs or more than 300,000 rows of data, the file might crash, or you might even lose some precious data in between. Despite Microsoft has specified 1 million rows of data can be supported. So it highly depends on your hardware configuration. While for Tableau, The limitation is not specified, but I have actually looked over the Tableau community. Some of the companies, they claim that they can handle up to 4 billions of data without any issues. Then comes to the data source support, which is something that Tableau truly excels at, where you can join data from your Excel file, ERP system, and CRM system, so on and so forth. While for Excel, it is at 26 types of data source is being supported. But don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to suggest Tableau can do everything while Excel can't. They are actually serve different purpose. It is like deciding to buy a fork or spoon. They both have their own application. Or the better way to see it is that you can use both of these two to help you achieve more objectives instead of working them in silo. And here comes the demo part, where you understand the data sources, such as in this example would be Excel, and visualize it through Tableau, and we'll build something like this, a dashboard. For this purpose of this demo, I also established a simple business question related to Diagnostic Analytics. So we'll find out which product is not performing in Asia region and why. So before we go into solving the business problem, it is always important to look at the data set that we have in hand and get familiar with it so that we know what we will be dealing with. So this is the Excel file which I have opened. Basically, this data set, it belongs to a fictitious company that has operation all the world. So aside from this this data set, if you notice, it has information that is related to the orders, the shipping, the customers' data, the location, and let's see what else we have is product information, sales, profit, etc. So that there is tons of columns and rows. So the data set is granular, just like a fine sand. And from the rows and columns here, you can't really tell much story. So in order to tell story, which is why we need data visualization, we need to actually visualize this into something that we can comprehend at one glance. Because as human, if you look at a visual, we understand quicker, and which sometimes which allows decision making much effective. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look on the dashboard which I created. So this is the dashboard which I created using the Excel file which I showed you earlier. So to actually create this dashboard, it does not take much effort, but the more important thing is the business question which we have, and that is very important because that sets direction to whatever we will create here. And so before we go further, I'd like to introduce you how do we use this dashboard. So to the left, this is where we place a map here, and you can see different shades of color and in different countries. If you mouse over in different countries, you can see that the profitability is labeled. Okay, we go over to other countries like India, you can see the profit is there. And all these different shades of green, it means something. It means the darker the shades of green, then the more profit is being made. Then meanwhile, for countries that is in red, it means they are making losses. Like Turkey, they are making a 98,000 losses. And to the right, this shows a totality of the entire Asia region, what is happening. So we can see that all these categories, they are in green shades of color, which means they are making profit. But the only that is not green shades of color is table. In red, it means that it is not making any profit, it is in loss. And you can see in the label here, which we call tooltip in Tableau, by the way, you can see that we are experiencing 19,000 losses in Table. And I'd like to show to the stakeholders and tell them why Table is not making any profit. So this is why I put average discount offer by year. So it's very obvious in Table, the line chart you can see is in the upper position, while the rest they are in lower position. It means that the average discount offer is much higher as compared to other categories. If I mouse over, we can see in year 2012, average discount offer is 36%. Then in the 2014, then we can see the average discount is 35%. Then the rest of it, you can do the same thing as well. We can mouse over, say for example, paper in year 2013, average of discount offer is 25%. So all this, you can see at one glance, it is lower than Tables in terms of average discount offer. But what makes this more special and more exciting is we can interact with all this map as well as all this. By interacting, I mean click. If you click on it, it shows you the relevant information. Say today, I only want to look at information that has to do with China. So I go ahead and click on it. If you notice, all these countries has been grayed out. And in profit by products, we can see the information that's related to China. So same goes to China. Table is not making any profit, and we can tell easily and look at the average discount offer in Table. We can see it's flat all across the 5 years at 30%. It's very high as compared to other categories. Okay, so right now, if I want to zoom out from China, I'm going to go back to Asia, I can do that. I just click on China and it goes back to the Asia information.
Okay, guys, so that is more or less on the platform, Tableau platform that we have simulated for you to show on how would this data from a very voluminous transaction that are being recorded on an Excel, it is being put in a proper platform that may eventually assist us in our decision making. Now, why am I showing this?
Hello, everyone.
Why am I showing this to you? Because remember, this is our belief, the fact that accountants can actually make an excellent data scientist. Because number one, of course, we have an outstanding technical skills where we would be able to combine on our financial and also non-financial knowledge. We will be able to look in terms of the prescriptive, descriptive analytics, which eventually would able to enhance businesses. And here you are, you are the accountants who have to capitalize on data analytics, right? In eventually helping businesses. Number two, of course, accountants are natural problem solvers, right? We understand the business, we understand the operation of the business, we understand on the skills, which eventually by having data analytics, professional accountancy perspective, by having accountancy perspective towards the entity, we would be able to suggest what would be the solutions that we are able to give back to the management. And number three, of course, accountants are able to look into the larger context and also business implication, because I always tell my brother, you see, when we enter McDonald's, for example, when you enter into McDonald's, a customer would just see McDonald's as just you order your burgers. But imagine us as an accountant, when we enter McDonald's, we can actually see the entire operation of McDonald's by just standing at the counter, their inventories movement, their sales movement, their purchase movement. When they are going to put in, when they are going to cook a burger, for example, a Big Mac, what is their costing like? What is the management of cost that they actually put in place? So that is the beauty of being an accountant. Now imagine by becoming a professional accountant, plus with a data analytics knowledge, you would definitely be the right person to be able to enhance the business and also for the stakeholders, right? So as you can see on our sharing session here, right, we would like to emphasize to you on the changes that are currently already happening. and we are here to actually helping you to provide a solution, all right, of how you are able to improve your competitiveness in the industry. All right. So for the purpose of this session, before I hand over to the ACCA and also MyPAC team, we would like to offer you an appointment, all right, for a slot, for a consultation call for our team and with our team. And we would also like to offer you a buy one, free one ACCA masterclass if you are going to sign up with a friend. And also, we would also offer you a free data analytics class for both. All right. So Timba is actually a professional accountancy provider recognized by ACCA. And also, we are able to offer the data analytics program. Our purpose here is to improve your competitiveness in the industry. And we are here willingly to help you to improve, to achieve this. All right. So if there are any interested students who are willing to sign up for this master class and also capitalize, on this free data analytics and also enjoy this buy one free one master class, you can just book a consultation call. All right, by just scanning this QR code. All right, you can scan this QR code. Perhaps I'll give you 10 seconds. All right. All right, 10 seconds. You can just screenshot on this slide. And also, for all university students, on behalf of Timba, we would like to start recruiting our Timba ambassadors. You are not going to talk about Timba, guys. The idea of Timba ambassadors is we are going to champion on 3 things. Number 1, Timba has sponsored a group of United Nations research towards climate change. So we are going to come up with a report on climate change on behalf of United Nations. So Timba ambassadors, number 1, are going to anchor on climate change. And we are going to look, number 2, into ESG, our environmental, social, and also governance aspect. We are going to promote on ethical values. We are going to promote code of ethics among the students, carrying the branding of professional accountancy, being a potential ACCA students and also chartered accountant. So you are not going to promote us, no, but you are going to promote the right thing about the accountancy profession. All right. So this is the purpose of us having Timba ambassadors. So we are looking into recruiting 2 Timba ambassadors, and it is definitely open to all races. It is definitely open to all students, whether accounting or non-accounting background. We are willing to accept you, right, to become these Timba ambassadors to promote on this initiative. So if you are energetic, if you're proactive, and you're ready to challenge yourself, there are a lot of activities that we are going to conduct for all students nationwide. All right, you can just drop your CV to the support@timbaedu.com. And also, what we are going to do here is that via Timba ambassadors, if you are keen to pursue professional accountancy program, we would also be happy to sponsor you for this particular program. All right, but this is the value that we are able to give via Timba. So we are here to provide you values. All right, so I think that's all from me. We would open for a Q&A session perhaps later after ACCA and also MyPAC. So I hand over back to you, Madam Faz. All right, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ariel. Okay, for the insight into data analytics. Right now, okay, we would like to invite Miss Erica Koch to present about ACCA Navigator.
Hi, Faz. I think I can't share the screen. Could you able me to share the screen?
Yeah, done. You can now.
Okay. You can see me, right? My screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. So good morning, everyone. I'm Erica Koch, manager from ACCA Employers Relations team. So before this session starts, could you able to drop me an emoji or say hello to me in the chat box so that I'm not feel that I'm the one who talking? So hopefully you all can say hello from the other side. Okay, I can see Zing is already responding. And then Hafiz, Muhammad Rini, Kaman. Okay, a lot of hello already. So today we will be talking about the employability and also the careers prospect with ACC approved employer and how you want to use the ACC Careers Navigator to explore your careers destination and also opportunity to grow your talent. And last part will be, I will cover on to work with our approved employer in different sectors. You can go to ACC Careers to look for the job. So before I start, I see that there is a lot of hello. Okay, thanks. I can see my pack as well. Okay, so next question, why I say I want to get your attention to drop me a hello because I can see that you're responding. And I would throw a question to you. It's quite a simple question. What do you see from these few pictures here? From these 4 pictures, what do you see? What are the changes you can see here? It's quite related to what actually Inja Arya have shared earlier, that you can see Excel, and also when Excel, then you will see some software digitalization, correct? Apart from that, what else? And then as a general evolution of accounting, recording, media of record technology, yes, all correct, because from handwriting we can see it's very original like handwriting until we have the paperwork of Excel, everything, and also end up we have the data analytics and also the software to support us, right? So there is one common factor. Can you all know what is the common factor appears here? So remote, digitalization, visualization, yes, correct. So what is the common factor? Actually, the common factor here is the human is still doing the work. Okay, even though AI is here, we have all the robotics here, and then we have all the relevant software to support us, but human is the one who doing the work. So you can see that with the robotic process and AI and more awareness on the society, climate change, sustainability, everyone is talking about it. But one thing is important is the professional changing rapidly and will change even more and faster down the road. So next question probably in your mind, we will think, is the AI going to replace accountants, right? We all always say that, oh, no. The answer is no. Yes, the answer definitely is no, because why I say so, AI will only transform accounting, not replace accountants, okay? So you can be proud to tell your folks, oh, you know what, this is something that I learned from here. So why we always say that technology is transforming the accounting professions. Actually, you can see that there are the future career zone for accountants beyond 2021. Now it's already 2022. So we make sure that the new streams to cover in ACCA syllabus topic including like big data, analysis, fintech in accounting, mobile tech, crypto, and blockchain, all are covered by ACCA syllabus here. Realistically, you can see that good accountants must know at least how they work, and so that they can help their company navigate around them. So ACCA is quite unique in the sense that we refresh our syllabus annually to make sure that the content that our students cover is always up to date. So you can see some of the new roles here. You can see that apart from the audit accounting, we have some new roles, for example, like as assurance advocate, business transformer, data navigator, digital play marker, and also sustainability trailblazer. All these are new things that are available here, and you can see that maybe now you see the roles available is just like audit, tax, and also advisory and consultancy. But in the future, you will see even more new careers available for you. So you think that you just need to get a qualification, that's end of it? No, I can say that qualification always is the one who back up yourself, because you are the one who have the knowledge and the skill set to get a better job. So a new job and new industry will be emerged soon, but don't think that now is don't exist, but not for the future. Impossible. For the future, everything will be changed, and we have to follow the trends and change rapidly. Okay, so what do the employers want from you actually? So based on our research with our employers, recruiter, and also some of global companies tell us that when they are hiring, they are looking for a complete financial professional, and also accounting graduates with strong ethical and professional base or strong foundation in ethics and professionalism are very important, and also one of the key things they are looking at. So they also want to hire accountants at least with the latest technical knowledge. So you think that now whatever you learn, in the future, whatever changes, you are not up to date. So normally they will prefer and hire accountants with the latest technology and skill set and also knowledge. So on the left side, you can see on the chart, right? So basically, for the traditional skills, for example, like audit assurance, taxation, management, accounting, all these are the basic that we already learn, and we know that this is a standard skill set that you need to have as a chartered accountant. But they also looking for accountants that with future-oriented competency and mindset. So you can see on the right side here, there are some of the skill sets that we currently in demand, where including data, digital and technology, strategy and innovation, leadership and management, stakeholder relationship management. All these are actually, apart from the technical skill, you also need some of the people skills and also governance and risk control, all other people skills. So as a whole, they are looking at a talent with a complete, full, future-oriented competency and mindset. So these are the things that you need to know. Apart from the technical side, you also must have some people human skill set. Okay. So for the ACC Careers, as I say, where you need to look for the job opportunity, we have the ACC Careers. Is an official, is a global careers job board for you all to use and look for the job. Even though, for example, when you graduate and you want to look for finance, accounting relevant job, you can go to ACC Careers because it's free for everyone. As long as you're looking for accountants, accountancy and also finance relevant roles, you can do it here. So, and you can create a Jobsicker account, and our recruiter is basically from the agency and also our ACC approved employer and others employers around the world. They can just check your CV once you upload it, and then they can just contact you directly. And if let's say you think that the role is relevant to you and you would like to apply, you can do that. And there is no charges at all for this. So it's very good platform for you to use. So explore the capability that you need for the careers you want and now and also in the future. So you need to learn and find something that you can continue learn and develop. So what are the things that ACC have come up here? Actually, we have CBD resources to support our members. And also we have the Career Navigator that I will introduce later, because last year we just launched our Careers Navigator. It's something new that can help you in determine your career's destination. So apart from that, we always heard about what are the climate change relevant in the industry and then how it affects us. So all these articles also available from our website. And also you can see, apart from the job I mentioned earlier around the world, right? So we know that, so that if let's say in the future when I study, then I will get chance to work in overseas. Yes, you have the chance to work in overseas as long as the employer able to take you in. And we have different, sorry, I think there is some distraction. So no worries. So for ACC, apart from students, we have affiliate and members and also some of the internship job, or even though if let's say you want to work for our approved employers, you can. We have the relevant links available where when you just go to ACC Careers, you can able to navigate from there. Okay, so for ACC Careers Navigator, I would like to share about the new tool, which is the Careers Navigator. Is the main topic here today. Wherever you are on your own journey, our navigators can guide you through. Why I say so? Because this is, you need to acquire new skill, explore whatever careers that you plan to have in the future and what are the opportunities available for you to grow your talent. So you need to discover the core capabilities. You can see here, Careers Navigator. You can just type ACC Careers Navigator, you go to this page. So you can click on Start Today. Okay, so when you click on Start Today, and you were able to see this thing pop up, which is capability and careers. But I think for you all are suitable to check out the capabilities first. Why I say so? Because for the capabilities, you can explore the need for the career and you want now or in the future. Okay, so to find something that is something can help you where about your learning and development opportunities, how to tailor yourself to learn something that you need to have the skill set in order for you to get hired by the employers, and what are the things that you are capable to do, what are the abilities that you have in order to support your future careers. So you're able to explore more than 100 roles from these professional accountants, and what they involve, what are the capabilities required, real life or case studies, and also to find your dream job is available in capabilities and careers here. So normally you will ask me, okay, so something is general. For example, I give you an example here, yeah? Because everyone normally Generation Z and Y, my generation is Generation Y. We always talk that, okay, in the future, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be a CEO or CFO of an organization. So what are the responsibility and the skills that you actually should have to equip with? So why are they important? Because for the CEO, actually is linked to the performance and the success of the organization. So mainly they are tasked for setting the strategy, vision, and also culture for the businesses, so that you can ensure that this something that I already said is going to make my company success, and also able to deliver profit, and also I also can make sure that my shareholder value is there. So the responsibility you're also able to see when you're clicking on here, the area of expertise, and then you can see of the key responsibility of the relevant roles. Like for example, here I give you the scenario of CEO. So CEO, some of the responsibility, just for example, mentioned here is like meeting and reporting to the board of directors, determining the company culture and overall vision, and then you have to set the short-term, long-term, and also medium-term of the strategy goals. Make sure that the company are all measurables, and also the things are going to align whatever you have said previously, and also provide the leadership. So all these, not only apart from the technical side, you also have some skill set that you need to equip with in order for you to get the role and also work well for that. So these all are available in ACC Careers Navigator. You can just type ACC Career Navigator and you're able to go to the page to explore. Why I say so, you need to explore because you can see if, let's say, in the future, you're going to work in audit, what are the jobs available, what are the key responsibilities that you need to equip with before you get to hired by the employer. And also you can see some of the skills that maybe you already have, but how you want to enhance it. All these are mentioned here, and you can see that, okay, something I can plan now and can keep my future safe. So you can do it right now when you are scrolling your Facebook during your leisure time. Why not just go to ACC Careers Navigator that's going to benefit your future career, right? So related capabilities, why I say so is a skill set, because we have like for example collaboration, and also digital drive and ethics, and also insight and sustainability, all these main capabilities. So for example, for the collaboration, you need to know that you need to collaborate with people, right? You need to engage with people. This is one of the skill sets that you need to have. So apart from the engaging with your friends or your lecturers and also your folks and or families, apart from that, when you are back to working in the working environment, you need to engage effectively with internal, which is your colleagues, and also including the external stakeholders. And you make sure that you have to communicate clearly and also present well. So all these are one of the capabilities that you need to equip with. So apart from the communication, what else you need to do? Engagement with the partners, engagement with your stakeholders, engagement with your colleagues. All these are required you to have, because this is one of the skills that you need to have. And also, for example, we talk about inclusion, and then people will say that, oh, when we talk about inclusion, it's something that you set for your performance objective for the year. So what are the inclusion that actually covers? Actually, you need to respect different views and opinions from your colleagues or even your superior and also your stakeholders. By inclusion, all these capabilities you have, so you can able to learn and also influence others when you offer your advice to people. So all these are the capabilities that you need to equip with. So that I say this is something you all can check out because it's free now. And we're going to help our students, employers, and also members to learn how you want to develop yourself and continue, make sure that you are always up to date. So we come up with this ACC Careers Navigator, and then for you to refer. So when you talk about digital side, right? Just now you mentioned digitalization, visualization, all these, yes, also under here, there is one dedicated column under digital, and you can view the capability there. So when you say that about emerging data and technologies using the software, this is also additional skill set you need to have. Okay. So I'm talking about all these. Next thing you will ask me, okay, so if let's say I have all the skill set ready, and I have ACC qualification or relevant qualification you already have, okay, next thing I need to look for job, right? Who is the person I can look for? So for ACC side here, we have our ACC approved employer that we actually they apply the status, and then once they carry the ACC approved employer, they can just do the job posting for the for ACC career site. And also they for students and members, you all can check the job on ACC, and then they will carry a ACC approved employer tagline to show these are the companies are under ACC approved employer. So I have selected a few of them as also quite well known to you all, I believe, because you all are the future accountants. So definitely Big Four, you are not that think that is something new. No, it's already famous in your industry. So Big Four, apart from Big Four, what else? You can work in banking sector, you can work in corporate, you can even work in shared service, and also I always come out with the SMPs, the small medium practitioners firms. So all this is available here, and you can see some of the big names here. Yes, they are approved employer. So why I say so, because for ACC approved employer, they need to make sure that they meet the standards of commitment towards our members, students, and affiliate in terms of, for example, like staff training, accountancy resources, and develop our members and future members in terms of their working environment, and also make sure that they are attend relevant trainings to make sure that they always keep themselves up to date and have the latest knowledge. So the flexibility that ACCA qualification allows you means that you don't need to be tied out in one sector. As long as you want to go work in from, for example, at first you started with Big Four SMPs, and suddenly you think that, okay, it's time for me to move on. I want to go to corporate. You can do that, because as long as you work towards your membership, you can go to anywhere you want. So some of the sector, apart, as mentioned, the previous, like public sector, public practice, public sector, and also banking and financial services, there are others available sectors for you. Okay, so you are the one who determine where you want to go. So if you think that accounting is too boring, not that I want, so you're not planning to work in this industry, yes, you can go to others, for example, like IT, or even you can go to pharmaceutical, or even you want to go for advisory and consultancy, you can, as long as there is a job opportunity available, and all these are from our ACC Careers. Yeah, these are the job posted on our ACC Careers, and then from our employers, so you can just go to the industry and apply for the job. So this is something that accountants is very wide. You can go to anywhere you want, as long as the sector covers and have the roles available for you, so that basically you get the job, and also you can try something different, so you are not stuck in one sector only. Okay, so after sharing about all these job sector, and then you may come out next question, Miss Erica, what are the job roles available? You are talking about the future job but not the current job, right? So for the key function of a job board is obviously to allow you to find job. So you all are the talents, so you can more expert than me, I'm sure. So you can easily from our website to check on all the relevance available here. And also, as I mentioned, you can create a Jobsicker account. Just create an account and also upload a CV and manage your job alerts. If let's say you think that is relevant, then you can just apply directly. I know that the time is overrun a bit, so I will just quickly mention this is a page that you need to create. I'm sure that you all are expert than me, so you can just use it. And last, good news is ACC have a free CV review. You can just go to ACC Careers to check on it. And also careers news and advice that you need to use. Why I say so, something that is going to benefit you yourself now and also future. Why? Because when we talk about something, job interviews and also the cover letters, what you need to prepare, all these are on our ACC Careers under careers advice. Go and check it out, because it's going to able to benefit you. It's all free resources. Just use it when you really need it. Something that you can just refer. Maybe you get through your interviews or your job easily because you tailor your CV, and also you are doing something different and extra ordinary compared to the normal candidates. Okay, so apart from that, I know that everyone is always stressed about life and also current scenario. We have a lot of flood issue and also family issue and also the current COVID issue. So we have like something that support you all, which is a mental well-being, then how to manage your stress, how to manage worry from Dr. Rob Young. All this video, you can watch it for free. So you can go to our Wellbeing Hub and check on it. So about your lifestyle, all are covered here. So that's all from my side. And if you think that you would like to connect me and ask me about your careers in the future, you can feel free to connect me on LinkedIn. Thank you. So over to you first.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Erica. Okay, now we would like to invite Mr. Firdani from MyPAC to talk about the MyPAC scholarship. Mr. Firdani?
All right. Thank you so much, Madam
Okay.
Fas, for the
Okay.
invitation. So I will share my screen. Our Puan Sri Dawati will be sharing this information to the students.
Okay. Thank you, Fas, and thank you, Firdani. My name is Seri Idawati. I'm the head of market development at Malaysia Professional Accountancy Centre. Our appreciation to Timba Education for inviting us this morning. And I think without further ado, and after hearing such an excellent explanation from Erica on the ACC Career Navigator, which I think is an excellent tool, especially for undergraduates who are still considering what are the career options that you would like to focus on, because there's so many things that is happening in the business landscape currently, where there are changes after changes, not just about the reporting requirement, but also the business itself, the focus of business now. While doing profit, they have got to be sustainable, they have got to be responsible, they have to take care of the climate change. There's so many aspects, and then at the heart of all these changes is really the accountant. The marketing team, the strategic team, they all can talk about, okay, what to do next, what to do after this. But if you don't know about your financial situation and you do not know the financial implication, all these are just talk. Yeah. So really, first of all, congratulations for all of you who are attending this session. I know it's a Saturday morning and we are all free to go out there and, you know, enjoy the sun, enjoy your meeting with friends that we have not been meeting, but you chose to be here. Before I start my presentation, I just like to give a bit of, I would say, not a reminder, but rather an apology a little bit, because the nature of MyPAC's business is really, or nature of MyPAC's objective is really to increase the number of Bumiputra professional accountants. So some of my presentation, or rather the whole of my presentation, may not be relevant to a number of you here. I can see that we have our friends from everywhere. So apologies for a bit taking up your time, but you can have also some information about what MyPAC does, and hopefully maybe you have, if you have friends or if you have colleagues, classmates that you think may fit into the profile and may require the help, you can tell them where to go. So a little bit about MyPAC. We're quite new. Not like ACCA, they've been established in over 100, I don't know, 40 over years, 170 maybe. I think they celebrated 170 years, if I'm not mistaken. But MyPAC is just established in 2015. Yeah, and really our objective at that point, and rather continue to be our objective, is to increase the number of Bumiputra professional accountants. Because in 2014, and even now, when we look into the statistic provided by MIA, the participation of Bumiputra as professional accountants is exceptionally low. It now stands at about probably 8 to 9% out of the total population, whereas when we started in 2014, it stands at only 7%. That 7% translates to 1,545 professional accountants registered with MIA. So we've got to actually work in increasing the number. Next, Tani. So that's how we started. Our board of directors, we are governed by board directors. If you can see on the left hand of the screen, our chairman is actually Datuk Faiz. He is also executive chairman of PwC. The managing partner of EY, Datuk Raouf, is also our board member. We have Datuk Johan Idris, who is the managing partner of KPMG. We also have Datuk Bazlan Osman as our board member, and I think he is also the chair of ACCA Malaysia Advisory Committee. And recently we admitted Datuk Nik Hashuddin into the board as well. But because by nature, MyPAC uses a lot of zakat provision. Yeah, you know, these large organizations, many of them pay zakat. Yeah, so using the zakat provision, that is where we actually fund the students. the students that meets the criteria. So because of that, we also have our advisor, Sharia advisor into the committee, where he will actually approve on all our programs to ensure that it is Sharia compliant. And what we charge to the organization, so he needs to approve that. So we actually have our own Sharia advisor to make sure that everything that we do is actually Sharia compliant. As far as the management team is concerned, we're very lean. I think in total, MyPAC, in total, we only have about 16 of us. We are led by Datuk Zaitun Mama Hassan. She is also the ACCA Global Council member. And that's myself. We also have Zarina, who heads the scholar management, and our very own head of finance, who is also a fellow member of ACCA. Next study, thank you. So to date, from 2015 until now, since we are established, our track records have actually been quite, I must say, quite excellent. I'm quite proud of it. To date, we have actually produced about 953 graduates. They're in various stages of their careers. Some just started, some they have already in a certain part of their career, they are already also a member of ACCA. So we also have prize winners. And if you can see on the top, sorry, on the bottom right, since we started, there were only about 1,554 members at MIA who's professionally qualified at Bumiputra. And to date, or the stat that we have up until 2020, the number has increased a little bit. So this is a long journey for us where we need to continuously ensure that the right and deserving students are given the opportunity to complete the ACCA qualification. Like I mentioned, we work with organizations to sponsor the students. MyPAC itself, we don't have that funding to fund students. Yep. So we need to actually go out and have a collaboration with our partners. If you can see, we have Maybank, Bank Islam, RHB Islamic, Tabung Haji, and also the state zakat authorities, whereby they help to sponsor the students. They give us a certain allocation, and then we'll find a deserving student to continue on the program. Next. The session this morning is really targeting into the post-degree because most of you are currently doing your degree in accountancy. So once you finish, especially, you will actually go through, if you're selected, you will go through a 2-year program. 2 years is actually a maximum number of years, whereby within this period the contract period, you will do this program on a full-time basis to complete ACCA 4 papers. And you'll be doing this at Timba, whereby after completion of your program, the 4 papers, you will then gain your work experience, and then along the way, you will need to complete your ethics and professional skill module. The aim is really for you to become eventually the ACCA member and as well as MIA member. Because if you don't become an MIA member, the statistic remains the same. You get what I mean? Because the statistic that the national statistic that we hold on to is really the MIA statistic, the regulatory body. So even if you are a member of any professional body, ACCA example, or ICW, whatever not, but if you don't register with MIA, the number will not be reflective. So I think our main aim really for MyPAC to ensure that our scholars not only register as a professional, as a member to the professional body, but also to register as an MIA member, yeah, to have that dual qualification, dual membership. Okay, now the program details itself, like I mentioned, it's a 2-year program, maximum 4 modules, and you'll be doing this on Timba Education Group. But the entry requirement, like I mentioned, because of our objective, our specific objective, you have got to be Bumiputra. You must achieve a minimum of CGPA 3.0 from accredited university. But what's more important is that there is a requirement of you to complete the assessment or rather the selection process that MyPAC will actually do to make sure that only the deserving student could go through into the sponsorship program. So what we will cover, we'll cover the tuition fees, yeah, we'll cover the professional fees, we'll cover the accommodation, and for candidates who are from the B40 or ASNAF categories, you will also be given allowance. But if you come from a family that, you know, probably has exceeded the threshold of B40, we'll cover some part of it, but you will not be getting allowances. So this is to make sure that, you know, those that really needs the help, really needs the allowances are given, but those who can actually support by their parents will then be supported accordingly. All right. So when you come into the MyPAC program, it's not just about sitting for the ACCA examination, but we ensure a holistic arrangement, because at the end of the day, I think you have seen just now in Erica's presentation, what do employers want? There are certain bits there which are not very technical. The technical bit can be covered by the examination, but there are things like strategic thinking, like your leadership quality, while you are doing all this already at your university, but when you come into MyPAC program, that will then be added on. You have to make sure that really when you complete the professional qualification, you are really the top of the crowd and be selected into all these approved employers that Erica showed just now. So when you come into the program, you can expect to be supported not just in terms of the professional examination, but Timba Education, in collaboration with MyPAC, will also do what we call MyPAC Professional Development Program. This is also another program you have to complete while you're in the sponsorship program. This talks about more in terms of your enhancing the leadership skill, enhancing the soft skill while you're undertaking your professional qualification. Yeah, and another advantage of those in the program is that the networking session, because you will then be introduced, or you will be having various sessions with our alumni, and also we invite sometimes speakers to come in and speak to you. Employment opportunities, I think it is something comes rather easily for ACCA affiliates, I would say. From our past experience in the many years of doing this since 2015, a number of, or the majority of the students are able to obtain or secure their job while waiting for their final examination results. So the moment they finish, they go and start work. So even during the COVID session, right, the COVID period, the last 2 years, I can only speak about our alumni, or rather our scholars. They're even able to find jobs. When people are saying people are losing jobs, it's difficult to secure employment. But those with ACCA qualification are probably are more safer. And when we run our survey through our alumni, because when COVID started, people are saying, oh, we're losing job, we got retrenched, whatever not. So we ran a survey with our alumni. None of them got retrenched. They had their benefits slightly or altered, but they didn't lose their job. They're still retained, and until today, they're still in the organization. Yeah. So I think I'm very, because there are still, I suppose, people or students who still feel that, is it worth it to invest your time? You've done good degree already, which is excellent. But is it worth it to spend more time, spend more effort, spend more money to do professional qualification? I think it is, because the COVID situation has proven time and again, come what may, those in the finance function with professional qualification are still able to retain their job. Some even got promoted. Some even got, better chances. And that is something that I think is a testament of what you need to consider when you think or reflect whether you should do professional qualification or not, because I know it's tiring already. You've been studying at home for a couple of years probably, and you all have a good degree. So the next thing that you may want to do is to really secure a job. Yes, you can, but a few years down the road, you will start wonder, should I have invested more time earlier on so that I can focus on my career? So what I'm saying here, within this event that has taken the world over, investing in yourself is important, and having a professional qualification is something that you should seriously consider. So like I said, this presentation may not be relevant to some of you or rather many of you, but if you do know some people who may aspire to become professional accountant, and they may benefit from MyPAC sponsorship, then you can direct them to us. Do you have anything after this, Jenny? Right. So I suppose in terms of our presentation, that ends the session. Question and answer, do we take it as a group together or how?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll stay here.
Okay.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Faz.
Okay. Thank you, Puan Sri. Okay. Right now, we want to open the floor for question and answer session. So the first question is from Tilahi. I think Tilahi has asked question about data analytics process, and it has been answered in the chat box. So the next one is the question to ACCA Career Navigator. I found that one of the key components in the slide is ethics. As artificial intelligence has impacted the accounting profession and transformed their roles in unprecedented ways, how do the professionals conduct their code of ethics in managing the ethical risks that may arise?
Yeah, so it's a good question, Tilahi. Actually, for all the accountants, right, all the chartered accountants, they are bound by MIA and they are required to follow their code of ethics. So for ACCA side, we also currently in Malaysia here, we are following their codes of ethics by MIA, and all the chartered accountants are required to follow. So you mean that if, let's say, there is another set of code of ethics available for them to, when they use the AI technology and they need to develop, as long as all are the chartered accountant in audit, they are required to follow the codes of ethics set by MIA. And also whatever they need to learn and whatever they need to follow is always under IFAC and also MIA. So always refer back to them. Yeah, for UK side, definitely it will be ACCA. Yeah. Hope I answered your question.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Erica. Is there anyone who would like to ask a question? Okay. Okay, if no further questions, I think we would like to have a photo session right now. Okay.
I think, guys, can we turn on our camera before we end the session? Maybe we can take a selfie together. Atira, Daniel, Jom, Karnan, Anchi. I can see Karnan already, Daniel.
Yeah, at least we are the first time to seeing them. For me, I am first time seeing them, at least during the end of session.
Can we have the recording session? Yes, you can. Our team will send over to you on the link, all right, for you to access. I think it will be up on the YouTube, our YouTube channel. Okay, 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3. Sabrina, Alicia, XY Thai, Lorraine. I can see Shuswan. Oh, Gaitlin, USM. Okay, madam.
Okay.
Can you do the screenshot?
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Confused.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay,
Okay.
Chiyun. We just bear with us. All right.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Peace. Okay. One more freestyle. One more. Yeah, Shatish. All right, thank you. Anyway, if you guys have any question to Timba, let me just share with you on our contact number, on our helpline number. All right, feel free to contact us if you have any issues. Right, if you want to sign up for the consultation call, just click, scan the QR code and get your appointment accordingly. So on behalf of Timba Education Group, thank you very much, ACCA. Thank you very much to all the lecturers and also the head of student council for making this event to be successful. All right, Tilahi for all the questions and students for all the participation today. As you know, we are here to give you values like I've mentioned to you just now. So I wish you guys all the best. All right, I wish you guys all the best and hope to see you guys at the top. All right, so signing off on behalf of Timba. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Sri and Erica. All right, Fidani.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend, everybody. Bye,
Have a good
Erica. Bye, Faz.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.